Welcome to a new episode of Keep an Eye on It, the best place to be updated about what boils in the pot of upcoming turn-based RPGs and strategy games. This week, new collection of 10 intriguing games which are tailor-made for everyone's wishlist. But before starting the video, please remember to hit the like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Also consider supporting us through Patreon. Anyway, let's go!
Let's go!
First time ever a deck building lands on Cars Trucks. The original idea behind Aetheris by Meteorobyte Studios is exactly this, a racing game with the use of cards where players can win by arriving first at the finish line or by simply destroying every enemy during the race. Roguelite formula with content to unlock like new cards, cars, pilots and new trucks. Aetheris has a playable demo, while the release date will be something during 2022 on Steam. Castle by Asterion Rise Games brings players to Wallachia, inside the castle of the most famous vampire, to impersonate the King Dracula itself. The mission is to develop your castle by building new rooms which will grant new skills to the Lich, for example, the possibility of transforming into a bat or developing new minions and monsters that will help in a battle against Van Helsing and Jonathan Harker. Battles take place on square grid maps with something that looks like classic turn-based combats. Dracula's Castle will come soon on PC. The White Raven by Gather Around Studios is a turn-based tactical RPG with an astonishing pixel art graphic style and inspired concept. The player must grow his tribe by recruiting warriors, watching them grow their affinity and going around the world bribing, stealing and looking for powerful artifacts, in a world that will react based upon the player's starting origin. Guys at Get Around Studios will start a Kickstarter campaign for the White Raven soon. Dice Gambit by Dice Gambit Team is a turn-based RPG set in a vibrant world where you'll roll and allocate dice to control your characters. Players must guide characters, each one with their own classes, and fight enemies and bosses through different missions. Dice Gambit has a playable demo which contains 6 missions on itch.io but no release date yet for now.
As far as any Vazardi remembers, war has always raged between our tribe and the Vazardos to finally bring us victory, 4 brave ones.
Aetheris by Will Witz Games is a roguelike with a strong emphasis on narrative and graphic style with its traditional drawing and digital texturing techniques. A game about exploration and decisions that will alter the morale and traits of guided heroes. And once their minds are made up, they will start making decisions on their own. Combats happen in turns, obviously, on isometric X grid maps, and besides AP and HP, player can use spirituality points in order to summon spirits and special abilities. Backers of the winning Kickstarter campaign will play the PC Early Access during the first quarter of 2022, while all the others must wait for 2023.
But they are not the only ones after it. No, and they are not the first ones either.
The War Will Win by Indie King's Court Studios is a turn-based RPG fused with deck-building mechanics. The story tells the conflict of 8 factions where there are no heroes or bad guys. Every faction has a dedicated and playable campaign that tells their version of the story. In terms of gameplay, The War Will Win let the player choose between different unlockable commanders, units and structures to bring on the battlefield according to his deck. The War Will Win is a PC game with an underway Kickstarter campaign and a free playable demo on itch.io.
Why do I feel so empty? Why do I feel so powerless? I'm stuck in the maze.
Now it's time for Guns, Undarkness by the composer and director of Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, Soji Meguro, who goes for an indie development of a stealth RPG that let the players become a member of a private military company in a dystopian world. A JRPG-like where stealth phase will alternate with battles in something that looks familiar to JRPGs, of course. Being careful in the stealth phase will guarantee advantages during the fight and will allow the player to manage the few resources available. Guns and Darkness is an orphan of a release date for now, on Steam. From Vigilantes devs Time Sleep Softworks comes a brand new party-based RPG called Prometheus Wept, set in the near future where a virus has taken control over all the technology, bringing chaos and destruction. In the shoes of a classical technologist guy, players must look for text relics of the old human age in order to restore the chaos. Battle system offers a tactical experience with melee and ranged weapons, a cover system, the hacking computers, a deep carter and crafting mechanics, and lots of choices to be made. Few days left at the end of the Kickstarter campaign backed by Brian Fargo 2, and of course no release date yet for now, on Steam. Turn-based tactical RPG where players must purify Ghost Metropolis inhabitants' minds through tactical battles. As Aetheris, the heroine, players must craft skills, gear up, and face procedurally generated mind dungeons. By completing them, Aetheris will rank up and gain access to new passages. No release date yet for now on Steam. Now, a famous RTS franchise, which, in the newest entry, will add an addictive turn-based phase. Company of Heroes 3 by Relic Entertainment in fact will add to the game a turn-based phase, where players alternate with the enemy, in which it's possible to move units and have a panoramic view of the map, with points of interest to defend or attack. When opposing units engage, the RTS well-known phase will start. No release date yet for Company of Heroes 3, but it should be during 2022 on PC.
The outskirts of the city, but our fight in Italy had only just begun.
These episodes of the Keep an Eye on It ends here. Let us know your opinions about the upcoming turn-based RPGs and strategy games covered, and also be sure to check out the written version of this video. Thanks for watching, wish you the best, ciao!